A St. George toddler's been diagnosed with a rare disease found only in a handful of kids across the country.
Tonight we take you inside the story of Gavin's fight for survival. Dan Rascon joining us now live. And how's Gavin doing today, Dan?
Yeah, Mark and Shauna, this is a tough one. He has the good and bad moments, but is doing well, at least for now. They call his disease a rare form of JMML leukemia, but this little guy continues to fight through it. Little Gavin Moon is all smiles.
He's beautiful and he's energetic.
But if you only knew what this 17-month-old toddler's been through in the last 10 months, you'd understand why there are also a lot of tears. Not only from Gavin,
Just heartbreaking.
but also from his parents, who got the news when Gavin was just 14 months old that their son had leukemia. And not just leukemia, but a very rare form of what is called JMML.
It was so new, so rare.
A disease with only 50 reported kid cases across the country.
We just lost it. We didn't know what to do. We were just bawling.
You never want to hear that your kid is sick.
All right, buddy, it's going to listen to your heart and your lungs, okay?
The Moon family now spends a lot of their time at the doctor's office, including Primary Children's Hospital, where Gavin is being watched closely. It's clear by Gavin's reaction that this is not his favorite place, but these medical visits are critical for his survival.
At this point, we're checking his blood counts. We check his spleen size, and then he's also on an oral chemotherapeutic medicine to hope.
So it all started back in April.
That's when Gavin went in for a normal 9-month checkup, but instead his doctor discovered he had a large spleen. That led to a diagnosis of his rare disease.
Nobody seems to be able to answer our questions. That's definitely the hardest part, is the unknown.
The Moons traveled to San Francisco to see an expert in JMML. Gavin's also undergone 2 bone marrow procedures. He wears a feeding tube and is taking a light dose of chemotherapy. Living in St. George, the Moons spent a lot of time on the road, making the trip back and forth to Primary Children's Hospital in Salt Lake.
And it seems like we just can't catch a break.
Gavin's only break may come from a bone marrow transplant, but that could also be very dangerous at his young age.
At this point, it's a wait and see.
It's sad to see him go through this. Just, to know that like he's probably not feeling good, and you just try to do the best you can for him.
But the Moons are not about to give up hope. They just know they have to live by the slogan, one day at a time.
We relied a lot on our faith, We learned to do what we can do and not worry about the rest because you can't control it.
Yeah, that's how we like to see Gavin, is smiling. Now, Gavin's family was actually told by doctors in San Francisco that they've seen some kids grow out of JMML, but they find it hard to believe at this point. So for right now, again, the prognosis is still uncertain. The family has set up several bone marrow donor days in St. George in hopes of finding a match for their son. For more on that and a GoFundMe account, go to our website, KUTV.com, click on features and inside the story. So hopefully things just get better for this boy, but right now it's just so uncertain.
Yeah, he's a courageous little guy, though,
Yeah,
for
he is.
sure.